mentally free. So one of the outcomes of the program Mastermind that I teach, the Powerfully Aligned program, the interesting distinction is we take you on a journey that I personally went on when you go from a dark place of feeling sick, stressed, stuck in a limbo with what you want to do with your life, your career, your relationships are out of integrity. You go from that point to a point of creative, inspired leader. I was inspired at a very young age, well, not a very young age, in my first year of chiropractic school in 1997, and when John DeMartini spoke to me, spoke to our class, I felt like he was speaking to me. And it was a calling for me to step up and do something greater with my life than just being in an office. And that's why I call it above Atlas, because the Atlas vertebrae in your spine is the first vertebrae. And so what I do now is I do the same thing. It's chiropractic principle, but we do the adjustment above Atlas, mindset changes, shifts in perceptions and way of being, so that you can then create a life of meaning and purpose with relationships that are deep and profound and meaningful and all of that. So this weekend happens to be the weekend I'm at home here, and I'm having the overview experience in my home. I got people flying in from all over to participate in learning what I coined as the overview method. The overview method is a methodology that I distilled from my mentors, John DeMartini, Byron Katie, Joe Dispenza, Andrew Bernstein, and I put together a methodology that literally takes any challenge from the present and the past, neutralizes it, and teaches you how to overstep your little voice of I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, past your fear into leadership. So the ultimate result of doing the work is everybody wants to step up and start to lead other people. This video is for you if you ever have dreamed of making a bigger impact and living a life of meaning and purpose and bending reality to create a life of pure awesome. And through your challenges, and I wanted to pull you behind the curtain, behind what it's like from my perspective, creating live trainings, organizing a team, dealing with the jitters, the fears that I go through, am I really, is this really happening? What if I screw up? I hope they like me. All of this stuff, the chatter that goes behind the scenes, I want to take you behind the scenes so that if you're ever inspired to take that step and you have this little fantasy of what it's like to kind of lead groups and have a life, a laptop lifestyle where you're, doing what you love and making an impact and, living with abundance, I want you to see what it's like. So this is a special episode of what it's like from my perspective, behind the scenes at an overview experience somewhere around the world. This weekend just so happens to be in my hometown of beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia. This is the team. This is my peeps. We got Amanda back there in the kitchen and my bro and sis, Eilina and George. We're about to have dinner. We're gonna be talking about the program that we have, some participants. We're gonna also maybe create some possibilities of what we'd like to see this weekend. And the cool part about it is we go through our own versions of breakdowns and we sort things out, and this is a chance for the team to meet in person because we're all mostly online. And so we're always improving what we got, and we've come a long way. I mean, 1 year ago, we literally just got together 1 year, and we're looking back and seeing what an incredible year it's been. So immense gratitude for the team.
And what it takes for us to put this together for you is no different than what it takes for any organization or family to work through functionality.
Yeah.
So we're no different than you guys.
Like I can't, like when these two don't get along, it's so friggin' annoying trying to, like these two, it's so annoying. So it's the morning of, and just about to get started in a couple minutes, and just very present to how jittery and nervous and chaotic I feel. feel, despite all of my attempts every single time to make sure that my mindset is in alignment. It's almost like, you can't really help it. You try to create systems and make sure that everything is going according to plan, but there's always variables. There's always things that pop up. So this is a real big test of adaptability and resiliency, and everything that I'm teaching, it's almost as though the universe is saying, make sure you're not full of shit. Make sure you're staying true to your message, true to your word, and it's literally like you're being tested at every moment. It just seems no matter what we put into place as systems, there's always these things that come up, and so that's part of the growth and part of the learning process that I'm going through, and it's always a work in progress. So I look forward to seeing kind of the people that I've been working with online. It's really a privilege to finally meet them in person, and it's like coming home to family. So we've just got them in action, and they're starting to write down all of the things that are troubling them in their lives right now. There's what's stressing them, what's blocking them, and we're starting to teach them the process of how to identify what they are so that we can learn how to peel them back and see that whatever's been in the way is actually on the way. And right now, I'm really present to living my dream. All the jitters, all the stress, all the uncertainty, the unknown in creating an event like this at this moment is totally worth it. So it's Sunday morning. I'm gonna be very honest with you. Yesterday didn't go very well as I expected. There was heavy-duty resistance, especially from some of the participants who want to come in and they want to learn how to teach this work. Coaches and practitioners that really are inspired by what this work can do, they want to come and learn, and the only way that you can actually learn how to teach this is to be on the court participating. And during a certain portion of the workshop, it involves us going into some very painful memories of the past, and it's in these moments where people completely block themselves. They don't want to go there because they're so wounded, and sometimes they put up such a suit of armor that they're not even aware of it. They block their vulnerability. So they say things like, oh, I'm fine, it was the past, I've totally come to terms with it, and they don't connect with their pain. And you can actually see it, there's like a wall up, because they've been doing it all their lives. And so when we try to get them through, and then they're blocking, and then I have this desire to reach everybody. And I have this fantasy that everybody completely gets a breakthrough. And the impact of that is that it slows things down. It prevents me from moving forward. So yesterday, we delayed like several hours. It was one of the most grueling ones ever. Now this morning, we're waking up as a team and we're working out and seeing how, seeing if that's gonna change our energy.
The big distinction that I made is the way I felt about how I was doing during the day has nothing to do with how the participants are doing.
Yeah.
So I can have the perception that, wow, it was really hard today.
It was heavy. It was heavy.
Because it may have been difficult for me for X reasons.
Yeah.
But not to confuse that with, wow, it was hard for them. Not to project that on them. They can have had a great day.
Yeah.
So it's important to distinguish the two. It was hard for me, good for them.
Yeah.
I became really connected with how much we are all conduits for each other in our journey. And when we get together on these weekends...
As a team, you mean?
As a team, yeah. As a team and with the participants too. There's layers of our connected collective experience. It goes back to something someone else is experiencing. I can see myself in that, and vice versa.
Yeah.
And this is where we experientially really feel how interconnected we are.
Yeah. Amanda's still sleeping right now, but I wanted an opportunity to say it's like we go through our own journey of transformation along with you while teaching this. We love this work. And There's stuff happening in our personal lives that gets intermingled and mixed in with what's going on, and we experience our own journey through darkness.
And it could be an inspiration for you that the work is never done.
Yeah.
And it's inspiring that it's never done, because look at what you can create while you're doing the work.
The fantasy for us is that we're there as teachers and we're here to kind of facilitate while everybody goes through their journey of darkness. But we full on, each of us, including Amanda, all of us have been going through our own journey through the dark as well as everyone else. And it's difficult. There's ducking, there's hiding, there's deflecting, there's I don't want to go there, there's victimhood. We experience all the emotions, and we did yesterday.
Part of the reason why we want you to continuously be aware of that and we're motivated to work on it is because we know that the degree to which we pretend that we're the perfect teachers is proportionate to the suffering you have that you think we're perfect.
We're not perfect.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah.
Want to learn the method that allow you to be physically strong and mentally free. Am I good or am I evil? Live for praise from the people. Addiction to the fame.